This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 705 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for March 11th, 2026. I am your host for today. I'm Michelle, and I'm here with Tracy and Lee, but no Chris.
No,
alas.
He's on babysitting duty.
He had to go do father things.
Yes.
So we shall forgive him this one time. All right. Well, this one's going to be fun regardless. Chris is here in spirit and in words because he has sent us everything we need from him. We are going to be scoring Transformers The Ride 3D, so another ride ranking. And we're going to judge, as usual, its facade, story, whether it's worth the average weight, the queue, and the overall ride experience, and that is out of 10.
You see, I've got it all in there now instead of everyone going, hang on, is this out of 5? What are we ranking these things? We've done so many of these, it took me until now.
Let me go back and make sure.
Now, are we sure it's out of 10? Because I'm
Yes,
pretty
it is.
sure
Shut
we
up.
normally do it out of 5.
No, it is
I don't
out of
remember
10.
scoring anything over a 5.
No,
So,
well, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, Lord. All right. Here we go. Transformers The Ride 3D. Let's start with the facade. Lee, since I know you're dying to talk,
doesn't sound like
tell
Lee.
us, what are you ranking
I
it?
love how she didn't say, Lee, I know how you're dying to talk about this. She just said, I know you're dying
Exactly.
to talk.
You're dying to
You
talk.
see, you got the
I'm gonna
extra
give you
words
the
in
floor
already.
because I know you want it.
So if you guys scroll down, I did actually
I've
put
got
an
it right in
image
front
up
of
there.
me. We're not stupid.
It's interesting, actually. I was thinking about this today, not specifically this ride, but just facades for rides in general. And there's not many that I would class as top tier anywhere, quite honestly, especially Universal. It's going to be interesting when we eventually get onto Epic, because I feel like, especially in studios, a lot of these are kind of just shoved into places rather than purpose-built, which actually this one is, but it's still just a big grey box. Really, it's a big grey box with some letters and stuff on it, but it has something that not many other rides have, and that is a big Optimus Prime on the top. I've said this to Tracy so many times. Where do you get those things made?
At the Optimus Prime shop, obviously.
It's like, I'd love to have the company on speed dial go, we need a 50-foot Optimus Prime, please. And how do they transport that?
In pieces, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of bland as a facade goes, but that Optimus Prime, it's got to get extra points for that. So I'm going to give it a 6.
All right. Well, then what did Chris have to say?
So Chris said Chris said for the facade, he is giving it a 3. The fact that there's a giant Megatron.
Wow, Chris, you're sacked.
Whoa.
Wow. The fact that there is a giant Megatron is what gets it up there. That's what she said.
Wow.
I mean, the fact that it's Optimus Prime for a start, aside from that, not much going on. So he gave it a 3.
That's really low.
That is really low.
I mean, okay. Well, since I got some things to say, I'll give mine. So let me talk it out real fast though, because I don't actually have a number in my head.
Okay.
As I was thinking about this earlier as well, kind of along the same lines as you, right, Lee? Like it is just a big gray box.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this will tell you how great my powers of observation are. It took me a good while to realize that Optimus Prime was even up there.
What?
Because I didn't look up. Like I really didn't look up quite often. I just kind of walked either like I'm usually not approaching it straight on. I'm approaching it from like Mel's or the other alley.
That's fair.
And just going straight into the queue. So it did take me a little bit to realize that was up there. But once I did, I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Because he's huge and so like what you would think he would look like in real life. Spoilers, he's not real.
How do you know he's not real?
In my world, I guess.
What?
So dang, I don't know. Since I don't know, I'm going to give it. I'm going to put it right in the middle at a 5 because I don't really know the world of Transformers in general and what like a Transformers ride facade should look like.
I mean, it pretty much is what it is, I guess.
Right? Like, I imagine it would be pretty...
Yeah, it's a nest facility, so it's like a military facility. Why is Optimus Prime stood on the front?
Yeah. Oh, have I got some things to say?
Well, okay, I'm going to give it the 5 purely for the Optimus Prime, because otherwise there's no facade at all. Okay,
don't forget,
Tracy.
We're not rating it on whether it fits the story. We're just rating it on how cool the facade is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay.
All right.
I felt like you were going to go, it's exactly what it should be, a 10 out of 10. No.
You're not talking for me?
No.
Yes, I am, of course.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, it is exactly what it should be. It's a military facility. That's why it's grey, because, hey, people, military facilities aren't fluorescent pink, because they need to blend in. Although to blend in with the theme park, it should be fluorescent pink.
Exactly.
Right.
I actually don't mind. This is one of my favourite facades, to be quite honest. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's that sort of in an entire park of chaotic colours and patterns and everything. Yeah. It is a moment of calm.
Okay.
The way, like, it's very military style, as it should be. It's you get, so you've got that's almost like a triple aspect view you're seeing. Yeah, for that facade, because you're seeing down either street. So you've got this wraparound facade. So it's one of the largest facades probably on property when you think about it that way.
Probably, yeah.
The coloration makes Optimus Prime pop.
That's a good point.
Pop.
It
that
doesn't
is true.
doesn't detract from him at all. And then because it's a military thing, everything else is subtle. Yeah. And I think because it is leading into the ride, which is a covert operation, if you like.
In the middle of a theme park.
Yes, but hey, maybe that's the best way to be inconspicuous.
Maybe.
It might be a real operation. Who knows? I actually think that this facade is very successful, and I like it enough to give it a 7.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So take that, Chris. Friggin' Megatron.
Megatron, what a...
Anybody can see it's Bumblebee.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, goodness.
Everyone will be doing the same thing. It's like, why is Chris on this podcast? He doesn't even know who that is. He thinks it's bloody Megatron.
You just heard that collective face palm.
Yeah. Did he just say Megatron?
The slap rippled around the world.
His niece is going to murder him in his sleep.
Yes.
Well deserved as well.
Absolutely. That's a very good point.
Skylar, Uncle Chris doesn't know his Transformers.
Oh, I'm disowning him. Emancipation of Chris Zavala.
I'm sure in a few years, with having Lucas, I'm sure in a few years he'll know every Transformer.
Maybe.
I don't know. He helped raise Skylar. He should know them by now already.
True.
Yeah.
No hope.
Shocking.
No hope. I have no hope. I raised 2 girls. So not to say that girls can't watch Transformers. Obviously, Skylar loves Transformers, but mine never did like them. Yeah, so
that's fair.
I don't really know much about them at all.
I grew up on Transformers. They were my obsession when I was a child.
All right. Well, then let's move on to the story. I'm not going to start with me because I just admitted that I know nothing about Transformers. So let's go with Chris. What does he have to say about the story and Mr. Megatron?
Okay, so Chris says, I think they did a good job at giving additional content to an already delivered story.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
And I don't know what that story is, but what did he rank it?
He ranked it a 6.
Okay.
All right. Well, Lee, since you were obsessed with Transformers, tell us more about this story and what do you rank it?
Well, the interesting thing for this is the story's very much based on the movies, because the Allspark doesn't even exist outside of those Michael Bay movies, and I'm not a fan of those movies.
Okay.
To the point
never
where
done that.
Really, I saw the first one and I thought it was all right, and then I watched the second one and I hated it. And then I watched the first one again and went, oh no, this is terrible as well. And then I watched the third one and that was god awful. And then I watched the fourth one and I fell asleep for 2 hours and woke up and it was still on. And I went, I can't even be asked to finish this. And then I never watched one again until Bumblebee
What
came
exactly
out.
is the Allspark? Like, what's it supposed to do?
So the Allspark is this thing that creates the Transformers. So it can turn any object into a Transformer. It doesn't exist in the and it might do in the later cartoons, but I'm going back to G1 Transformers when I was a kid when it first came out. So, it doesn't exist.
So is it basically like fancy jump leads then?
No, because it makes I don't know
it turns cars into Transformers.
Oh, it turns any inanimate object that's metallic, I guess.
Mechanical, I would say.
Mechanical, yeah, into a Transformer.
Okay.
I don't actually know. Like I say, this is movie based, and I haven't watched them for a long time, so I don't actually. So the whole point is that the Autobots and the Resistance have the Allspark. They're protecting it, and then Megatron and the Decepticons are trying to infiltrate the Nest facility to steal it back, and it's just a big back and forwards battle to get hold of the Allspark. I don't actually know why they want it.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Are they like wanting to create a military of bad guys? I don't
know actually why they want it specifically, if I'm honest. But I guess so. I mean, that would make sense. But I mean, as far as theme park attractions go, it's a fairly standard theme park story, really, isn't it?
You got something that the bad guys want. Bad guys try to steal it. Good guys win.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. It's as generic as you're going to get. I mean, there's many attractions throughout the three main parks that have, I think, really good, interesting stories. This is not one of them, but it fits what it needs to be, quite honestly. So,
how cool would it be if it had two separate endings?
I mean, that would
like
be
the haunted houses.
What would have been cool is if the ending was what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because I understand why they didn't do it. So for those that don't know, originally it was supposed to be an animatronic of Optimus Prime that rolled up as a truck and transformed in front of you. And apparently that animatronic existed. It worked. But
we would have all collectively lost our minds.
It didn't work.
Maybe that's the Optimus Prime that's on top of the building.
Maybe. But yeah,
they were like, oh, well, you can't get him to work. We might as well put him somewhere. We spent all this money on him.
And that's the thing I understand. It didn't work consistently. And if that was the big finale of that ride and it didn't work, it would let the whole ride down. I get that. A screen's way more constant. So I understand it, but it would have been super cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's all right. It does what it needs to do to kind of introduce you to as many of the characters from the movies as you can, I guess, and go to different locations. I'm going to give it... I always think giving it a 5 is like crap, but it's not. Five's all right. It's average. It's all right. So I'm going to give it a 5.
All right. Tracy.
Yeah, I'm going with the 6, and I'll tell you why, which you need, obviously, because then that's content. Sorry, my brain just went off on one there. I think it's a pretty solid story, and what I like about it is you don't have to have prior knowledge of Transformers to enjoy it.
That's a good point.
You can follow this. True. Yeah, you can follow this story regardless. So even if you've only seen like you said, Lee, as a child, the G1 Transformers, if that's all you've seen, you're still good, or if you're the massive Michael Bay fan, it doesn't matter. If you're interested in this ride and cool Autobots and all that doodad stuff, so my brain is not functioning tonight.
I'm gathering.
Then you're going to enjoy it. And, you go in, anybody can enjoy that ride.
Yeah,
because it's a romp.
Who doesn't like big robots?
Exactly. And yeah, just the fact that you're moving about as well. You're not just statically watching a movie. You're part of it. You're in the thick of the action. You are an integral part of the action, actually.
That is very true.
So regardless of your knowledge and experience of Transformers, you will be invested in that ride and you'll have fun. And I think the story is very successful because it is very cohesive. It's a very clear story. So actually, maybe it should be more than a 6, but I've said 6. I'm sticking with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm going last because you guys have both said some really good points that have made this a 7 for me.
Wow.
Even though I don't know the Transformers franchise, like hardly at all.
There you go.
You just made a really good point that I personally, as well as my family, my entire family of girls who do not know anything about Transformers, always love this ride and always have. Like, There's never been a time where we've gotten off this attraction and been like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah.
Not once. We're always laughing. We've never been confused. Like, although I may not have known exactly what was going on, like Lee said, it's your basic story that anybody can kind of follow, even if you don't know the exact details. Like, I didn't know what an allspark was, but I knew that we needed to protect that damn thing from the bad guys, right? Like, so it makes sense for everybody, and it's fun regardless. So yeah, a 7.
Okay. It's interesting. I'm going to get some hate for some statement I'm going to make at some point through this episode. I know that. But I don't care.
Oh, no. No, you never care.
I wish to go to Universal Studios Singapore.
Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg. Ride the movies at Universal Studios Singapore. A spectacular destination for the people of the region and the people of the world.
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
All right, let's go on to the third area, and that is whether or not it is worth the average wait. And the average wait is 51 minutes.
Which it generally, on busy days, it's most of the time quite high up there.
I've never waited that long, but then again,
is that because
even
you won't
without Express
get in line for it when it's that long, or
Express?
and see, that's what I was going to say. Is I always either see it really high and I'm like, no, screw that, or it's really low and I'm like, let's go hit Transformers.
Yeah.
There's never like that in between where I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to wait that long? For me, it's always been one or the other. So I guess average, that makes sense. All right. I'm going to start first on this one. So according to that given time of it being an average wait of 51 minutes, see, I would give 2 different answers based on whether it's me who has had the privilege of going a lot versus bringing someone who hasn't been very often.
The question is how do you rate how much that ride is worth a wait of 51 minutes?
That's tough. I'm going to put that at like a 4.
It is a tough one, actually.
I would never wait that long.
No.
If it were just me and my family who goes often. If I had somebody with me who didn't go very often or has never been or won't go back again for a long time, I probably would wait with them. But 51 minutes is a lot, I think, for that ride.
It is. Because
we'll talk about the queue later, but that would be a long, excruciating wait, in my opinion. So no, I'm going to give that a 4.
Okay.
All right. Tracy.
Yes. Now I've just kind of amused myself because I've gone 51 minutes. Hell no. If it was 40 minutes, probably. What's 10 minutes really in a theme park? But apparently 51 minutes is my... I mean, to be honest, I think the longest... We have done a long line, but it was pretty new.
The difference is the posted wait time isn't always how long you wait. So it's because we don't time them. You might get in line for it at half an hour and wait 45 minutes. So we probably don't actually know what the longest we waited is.
But on average, like for what I call a wait, I think it's usually been... usually if it's 25 minutes or under, we'll go, let's hop on it.
Yes.
But as a rule, we tend to be quite lucky, and it's usually like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been quite lucky with Transformers. 51 minutes. 41's fine, apparently. 51 minutes is too long for me because there's a lot of standing in that line.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of standing in any line for 51 minutes.
But that would make me go, no, there's other things I would prioritise over this ride. So, I mean, even though it's a long ride, there's a lot goes on in it. But I think I'm going to agree with Michelle with a 4 for that.
All right. I'm going to read what Chris said because he also gives it a 4. He said, I wouldn't wait more than 30 minutes, but I've also ridden it a ton of times. So he's kind of along that same mindset that we've all gone on it a lot. So yeah, 51 minutes just seems like a long time. All right, Lee, go ahead, break our streak.
Yeah, I think that's why it's difficult for us to rate this because we get to go enough. Even Tracy and I.
Oh, we got to go enough.
We've been enough that we've ridden this a ton of times, and especially over the last 5 or 6 years, we've been a lot. So you always know there's a trip coming soon.
It makes you complacent.
It makes you go, there's no way I'm waiting 51 minutes for that. So I would never wait 51 minutes for Transformers now. Never. I think 35. If I saw a standby line of 35 minutes, that would probably be my limit at that point. But just because it's 35, I love the ride. Look, this is where I'm going to get hit. I still prefer it over Spider-Man in a lot of reasons.
We know.
I just enjoy the whole thing more than I enjoy Spider-Man. It'd be interesting actually to see what this gets overall compared to Spider-Man, not knowing being so far removed for how we ranked Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see how this compares.
Yes.
So yeah, there's no way I'd wait 51 minutes for it. If I saw it, it's one of those rides that Tracy and I will. It's that. Oh, what shall we do? Shall we go and see what Transformers is? If we haven't got anything planned or there's nothing that we strictly kind of have in our mind that we want to go and do that, what shall we do? Oh, we'll go and what's Transformers at right now? It's that ride. That's
when we'll ride that, and while we're planning and deciding what the next one's going to be.
If it's 30 minutes or less, generally we'll jump in line for it. But if I waited 51 minutes for it, how much do I think it's worth a 51-minute wait? Again, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because 51 minutes, I wouldn't wait 51 minutes.
With the ride included, that's an hour out of your day.
I was going to say, I wouldn't wait 51 minutes for anything, but I waited a damn sight longer for Hiccup's Wing Gliders the last time we went there.
That was painful.
And I've waited longer for... that's epic, that's different, that's new stuff. We're talking about something that's been in the park since 2013 at this point. Yeah, I think I've got to agree with you lot. I think it is probably a 4. I love the ride, but 51 minutes is a long time to stand and wait for that and it not be... Yeah. I'm going to go with a 4.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. I think this is going to be an interesting conversation. The queue. Let's start off with Tracy.
I knew you were coming to me. Well, yeah. I know somebody's going to disagree with me. It's a queue. It's got lots of switchbacks. It's got a couple of cool things to look at. Otherwise, it's all knobs and buttons that don't actually do anything. But
and knobs.
That's usually who's in line. That I just look at and think, all the kids that have just picked their noses and then pressed those buttons. Yummy.
Or people have coughed into the hands, and I've seen some stuff in there that makes me not want to touch anything in that queue.
I've seen bare feet on the handrails. It's
what?
Oh yeah, gross.
Okay.
Wow.
It's a germaphobe's paradise. That the first couple of times you go through it, it's cool. It's all the shiny bells and whistles, and then you start going through, and it's like occasionally you'll get a bit of a transformer. And the screen's telling you the story, which, to be honest, if you're in a queue that's 51 minutes, you're not going to hear much of what's going on, and you might not be close enough to read the subtitles on the screen. There's worse queues. There's better queues. I'm really trying to work out which of two numbers I've got in my head it's going to be, because it's not a queue that I'm excited to get in line for. And I can't do a 0.5 because Lee doesn't allow that.
I know what she's going to go for. No, I don't.
I was going to say, do you? Because I don't.
I think you do. I think I do.
I'm going to sit right in the middle and go 5.
Oh, I didn't.
What do you think I was saying? A 4?
Yeah.
I read your mind, which is why I went 5, just to prove you wrong.
Well, Chris's is
all right. Oh, you said something about Chris's. You want to read his?
Yeah, Chris has said lots of cool things to look at and has AC and gave it a 7.
He's right about the AC. I forgot about that, so now I'm happier about that 5.
Yeah, it's
It's some good AC in there, actually.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's one that I remember going in line for that. Going in, sunlight, like bright day, glorious sunlight, coming out, and glorious sun, and the floor was absolutely soaking wet. And I'm like, oh, I guess we missed a rainstorm, did we? Brilliant, cool. Sorry, anyway. Yes, he gave it a 7.
That's a good point, too. All right, Lee.
This is a tough one for me because everything. So I don't want to go into the overall ride experience, but it does play into this a little bit. So because I hate those movies, and it's the humor, it's that stupid, childish crap that they've done in the movies that really puts me off. They don't take themselves seriously at all, and that's what I hate about them. All the stupid humor in it. And with the ride, they just focused on amazing Transformers and took all of that crap out of it. All that crap that I hate is in the queue.
Mm-hmm.
Like stupid characters and little Transformers that annoy the life out of me. The queue itself is, there's like Scorponok's tail, the room with the Allspark, and it's pretty cool. But very much like the outside, it's a big grey box with a lot of swishbacks. And if you were in there in that 51-minute wait, it would be rammed shoulder to shoulder in there, and it would be claustrophobic as hell.
Yes, that's true.
So, as Tracy pointed out, it's not the worst queue. It's not the best queue. It has... I'm trying to convince myself of something right now because I'm still not sure where I stand on this. It's all right, but there's not... Other than the TV screens... There's not actually a lot to it. I do like the Decepticon and like Autobot symbols spray painted on the walls. I kind of love them. But that's just me, just being a Transformers fan. Like, other than the Allspark and the Scorponok's tail, there's not a lot to kind of entertain you in that queue. And if you get stuck in it where it's not moving, you will see those videos over and over and over and over again. I think I agree with Tracy. I think it's not a bad queue. It's not a great queue, but it's all right. It does kind of what it needs to do. So I'm going to give it a 5 as well. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because it's not, other than the actual ride itself, the rest of it is kind of just...
Yeah, you guys didn't do even anything to convince me either way, so I'm still stuck as well. All right, I got to talk it out again. Sorry, listeners.
No, that's fine. Go for it. This is what people like. People love the fact that we do talk it out and get to the point that you need to get to, because sometimes that's what you need to get to do. No,
sometimes we do.
Yeah. All right, so things I like about it. I do like the AC unless I am already cold, like I got caught in a rainstorm and I'm trying to get to the closest place that's indoors, and it happens to be Transformers. And then I'm freezing inside. Which has happened. So the AC 9 times out of 10 is a good thing. I actually like all those little knobs to play with.
I mean, that's the first time we've ever said that, isn't it, Michelle?
Okay. I like playing with switches and flipping things. It's fun.
Okay.
So I do have fun with that. I wouldn't say fun. I mean, it's something to do, I guess. It's not, I'm not like, yay.
Michelle, you're not helping the case.
That would just be weird.
It would be, but I need to see that now.
One really cool thing I like about it is my tattoo is really freaking cool in that ride.
Okay.
Because when you get to that room where it flashes blue and red lights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
I have a Captain Marvel arm tattoo that is like watercolor blue and red and yellows. And so in that light, my tattoo like lights up different, like blue. Is very cool.
Kind of like that old school 3D effect that you used to get with the red and blue glasses. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. The last time we were there, Audrey pointed out, she's like, Michelle, look at your tattoo. And I was like, oh my God.
Awesome.
So we did take a video, which we can post, but that's a weird one. So I do like that one. But the bad side, I'm kind of thinking now that there's probably more bads now that I'm talking it out. So the bad thing, one thing that I really hate is it's very, it's loud in there. Like it's because it's just like all inside a concrete building, and it is somewhat claustrophobic in that there's just a bunch of like little rooms that are switchbacks. Those video monitors are like sometimes excruciatingly overwhelming for me and my neurodivergencies. And heaven forbid the line, like the ride stops and you get stuck in one of those rooms where the monitors are, and it's awful. It makes you want to like claw your ears off. So I hate those monitors. One, because I don't understand what they're talking about because I don't know Transformers. Yeah. So it's all blubber to me anyway. So I hate the monitors. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at when there is something to look at because it doesn't really do a good job of explaining it to those of us who are Transformer ignorant. And it can be really like super long and boring and claustrophobic. Okay, so because of all of that, I think I'm going to give it a 3.
Wow. Because
that is a cue that I'm expecting there to be a really low wait because I don't have to be in the queue at all. Like I'm usually skipping right to that last room and getting on the ride.
Yeah, it's something we have none of us have talked about as well as the extended queue. If you get stuck in the extended queue, which is basically just under that kind of awning down the side of the building, which we never have.
Never done.
I can't imagine that's fun.
Not if you go in the heat of the summer. No. Just a little sidebar. So, Michelle, when you said Transformers ignorant, my brain's immediately trying to make a new word for it. And I've just made myself laugh because my brain came up with transfrignorant.
Transfrignorant.
Transfrignorant, yes.
Transfrignorant.
Transfrignorant. Okay, wow. And that's when she's playing with the buttons.
Do we have a flag for that?
No.
Damn. Get on that, Tracy.
Yes.
UUOP is brought to you by the Producers Club. Join today and get bonus episodes, the chance to be a guest host, birthday shoutouts on air, be part of our awesome Facebook community, and more. Head over to uuop.supercast.com to subscribe. Shameless plug.
All right, moving on. Overall ride experience.
This is where
I'm going to start this one off.
Okay.
I'm actually going to give this. Let me talk it first. So I actually, despite all of my low numbers thus far, the ride itself is very fun to me. It's not only nostalgic, but it's like, it is really fun. Even when I bring somebody on the ride who's never been there before and doesn't have that nostalgia factor, they come off like happy and laughing and like, wow, that was really cool. So it's a fun ride experience, no matter the situation. I can have ridden it 1,000 times and I still am like smiling the whole time. I'm excited for the next scene because I know what's coming and I can talk along to the words, and I'm never upset that I spent the time on that ride. I look forward to it as it's almost one of those rides where I have to ride it every time no matter what.
Yes.
And I'm a little bit sad if I don't. So considering that, the overall ride experience, in my opinion, is an 8.
Called it.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me read what Chris has to say. Chris gives it a 7. And he says, we try to make it a point to ride this every time we go. So
man of many words,
yeah.
Christopher.
Of course.
Same concept. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Lee.
So I've already kind of put my cards on the table. I love this ride more than Spider-Man. I've just had a look what we ranked Spider-Man. We'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
I do agree that Spider-Man is the better ride. I just enjoy this more. Mm-hmm. Again, I know it's movies, not the cartoon, but it still very much speaks to my childhood because our youngest Finn absolutely adores it as well. We've bonded a lot over this ride. It's got some awesome sound bites in there. Still, me and Finn quote Starscream all the time of just dropping in. We love that line and we will say it to each other all the time. We talk about the overall ride experience. I still love riding this ride with someone who's never ridden it before and blowing their mind about that elevator in the middle.
Yeah.
Because if you do not know that is there, you will never know that's there.
No.
Because it is so seamless. It's amazing, quite honestly.
It is.
It is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Up and down.
Yes. Just so well done. So well done.
Yeah.
It's balls to... Spider-Man
balls
for
to
me...
What?
Balls to the wall is what I was going to say. Spider-Man has a lot of downtime in it. This has one section where it's like, oh, wrong turn. We're at a dead end, and you literally turn left and you're not in a dead end. So I'm like, hang on, that doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Yeah.
Other than that section, it's literally go from the minute that ride starts. And I love that. It's just Transformer after Transformer after Transformer, and then you get sucked up by bloody Devastator and pooped out of his ass. I love it. I don't know specifically what it is, but I thoroughly enjoy that ride a ton.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite, and like you said, Michelle, like Chris has said, it is something we will try and ride multiple times when we're there. So I'm
as long as
actually
it's not over 50 minutes.
going to give it a 9.
Called it.
Okay.
I love it, quite honestly.
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah.
All right, Tracy.
Yeah. I can't disagree with anything that's been said. It's a great ride. It's fast paced. You're in the thick of the action. You feel like you're actually part of it. The way that it's filmed, so it doesn't matter where. Like with Spider-Man, it doesn't matter where you are in the car. You've got a great view with the screens and stuff like that. And obviously, it's got the tracked 3D. So as you move in, you're not getting any. What's it called? Squinching. Yeah. Yeah. So it's using it's technology just left, right, and centre. You come out of that ride breathless.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people clap and cheer coming off that ride, and it's not just because it's basically like the end of Jaws, isn't it? What's he
Call
say?
off the Marines, we're coming home.
Yeah, it's that whole yes, we survived this camaraderie. Everybody's whooping and cheering. You have an absolute blast on that ride. And you come off, like I say, you're knackered, you've been bounced around, you've been up and down elevator. You've
been flicking buttons. I mean, you're well in.
Like I said, we do try to ride this as much as we can. It's so much fun. And I am giving that an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
And it's one of those things as well. They managed to put a slow-mo section in the middle of it, and it doesn't feel out of place.
No.
I actually really love the slow-mo section. And when it speeds back up, there's like this weird like rev-up car sound effect that just, I don't know, it gets your adrenaline kicking. I love it. I quite honestly do. And again, I know a lot of people crap on it because it's just Spider-Man, but not as good. I completely disagree. I love it.
Yeah, they're totally different rides to me.
Which is why I'm very disappointed with the score that it's got.
Hang on.
Uh-oh.
So our overall ride ranking score for Transformers The Ride 3D is 113 out of a possible 200.
Yeek.
Which...
that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's the queue.
And the Facade.
Well, let you down. I liked it.
So as far as our current Universal Studios Florida rankings, which we've only done 6, it's 3rd.
Okay, that's quite respectable.
That's all right.
For now.
Behind Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
And above Villain Con Minion Blast.
I think that's fair.
By 3 points.
How did Jimmy Fallon get higher?
I love Jimmy Fallon.
It just... Yeah, you're the reason then. It just shows, though, that it depends on the day and what your mood is as to how you're going to rank things. Although mainly are pretty miserable right now, so I don't know we ranked anything so high, but...
So if I added So Spider-Man we gave 156. So quite a substantial difference. If I was to put these in order right now, we would have Forbidden Journey would be number 1. Revenge of the Mummy would be number 2. Velocicoaster would be number 3. Spider-Man would be 4. Jimmy Fallon would be 5.
Good God.
Hagrid's would be 6.
Oh, that poor Facade.
Cat in the Hat would be 7. High in the Sky Zoo's Trolley Train Ride would be 8. Popeye and Bluto would be 9. Reign of Kong would be number 10. And then River Adventure and Hulk on the same points, followed by Transformers The Ride 3D. Interesting.
I'll tell you what could be interesting. For the once we've done all of it, the ones that we're really surprised by, like why did we rate that so high?
Because we were drunk that night. To
go back and do it again without reading our notes, what we said or anything like that, knowing what our scores were before and see what difference it would make. That'd be quite interesting.
I mean, there's still some pretty heavy hitters in studios we haven't done yet.
Yes.
Arguably 2 of the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
When's Fast and Furious close next year? We need to get to Fast and Furious before it closes because I want that. I want that to be part of this ranking.
Do that one next.
So you and Michelle and Chris all just go 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1, and I'll go 10,
0,
10, 10, 10, 10.
0, 0.
Yeah. I think it'd be 1.
Anyway.
10.
No.
1. I'll get his hopes up.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yes.
That is going to wrap up this podcast. So for now, don't forget, we want you to try the 3 cones at Epic Universe's Isle of Burke, rate each one out of 5, and send those recordings to podcast@uuopodcast.com. And we will see you next week for our next news show. See you then.
That's the end of another Stella episode of UUOP. Use the Flu Network to give you access to us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. And check out our blog at uuopodcast.com for everything else. Send your owls to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, jump down the warp pipe at uuop.supercast.com. It's alive on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else that podcasts are found. So please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you can. Dragons aren't the only way to get around. Email Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. Listen to them, the children of the night, the children of the UUOP network. Rush of Fear Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info. The Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando Food Podcast, Portkey Passport, an adult-centric Disney podcast, the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast, and Big Dumb Stuff, our comedy, pop culture, and themed entertainment podcast. Make sure to subscribe and come back next week because in the end, it turns out all we needed was a little more of this.